What's going on, YouTube? It's the Bushy Beard, and I'm back, and I'm bushier than ever. And right now, we got a little something different than my channel's used to. We got spoken word. I understand that this is probably not going to be a view getter, and it's not going to be my best viewed, most viewed video on the channel. But I love spoken word, and I'm subscribed to Joseph Solomon. He's a Christian. He's very strong in his faith, and I love what he does. And so I am going to do this, and I'm going to probably start adding the spoken word reactions to my channel because I think they're too important not to show. I love it. I love it. I love it. And yes. Also, don't forget, we got Death Wish Coffee. We did the drawing yesterday. In the community tab, there is a list of the people who won, along with my Instagram and Twitter. Reach out to me. Also, we have the live stream you can watch if you want. It is pretty lively in there. And it's only about 30 minutes, so it's not too long. I loved it, and you have until next Tuesday to reach out to me. If not, we move on to the backups. Also, I am doing a fundraiser for the Innocence Project of Florida. For every $100 I raise, I'll be eating a square of the spiciest chocolate in the world. That 19, I did a reaction to that yesterday. You can check that out. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. Here we go.
I remember my little niece ran up to me and told me, "We learned about Jesus today." And I could tell by her smile she was so excited to learn about this man that she did not quite know yet, but she knew without a doubt for it to be true because after all, Mommy said so. And that was the first time in my life that I looked into the eyes of a child and envied them, because she had no idea of what it feels like to doubt.
This is going to be deep. I feel like spoken word is a lot like a song. There's meaning behind it. There's emotion to it, and it flows like it. And it's raw and it's emotional, and I love it so much.
Because she had no idea of what it feels like to doubt. What it feels like to have your entire belief system overload with skepticism. To never know the day that you would finally be able to live beyond the shadow of a doubt. I've lived in its darkness for so long. It seems like I have all the right questions, but never enough answers, and my faith is small enough to fit in the cracks of my palms. God. Every night I lay my head down to sleep, the city of my mind is attacked by a legion of questions, threatening the living rooms of my sanity and holding them hostage. Can you help me?
And I'm going to pause. You know, it's one of the things. It's not a sin to question, and to question belief and if things are really true. That's just naturally who we are. We are going to question. We're going to wonder. We're going to search, and we're going to read and our beliefs are going to be pressed. If it was beyond a shadow of a doubt that Jesus lived, everybody would believe. I don't think there would be a single person in the world that wouldn't believe, because if he presented himself to us and said, "I am Lord, this is everything I made," it wouldn't take any faith. And that's what gets you to heaven, is the faith and the belief that God did come to this earth, that he died for us, and that he is risen. And it's what makes Christianity unique. There are a lot of other religions, and you can probably go down in my comment section and you probably can tell me all the other ones that are almost like Christianity, but not quite like Christianity. So Christianity believes that nobody is perfect, and that we all, no matter what good we do in this life, it's never good enough, and we can't rely on who we are or what we do, but who he is and what he did.
Last year, my grandmother laid in a hospital bed like a bus stop waiting for God to come pick her up. I had never seen such pain and such confidence living in the same eyes when she told me, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know who I belong to. And I was so happy for her. And something inside of me wished that somehow before she passed away, she could pass down her confidence in God to me like an old family picture. I remember sitting in the back row of a cold sanctuary, crying, because I desperately wanted what the preacher was saying to be true, but my doubts were preaching a sermon of their own, and the streams of my tears turned into oceans of frustration. I remember sitting in a college classroom, and the only thing being tested is my faith in God. The only thing passing is my hope.
And that's the period of growing up. So the period of when you start, I say, middle to high school and through college is when you're going to be tested in your faith the most. Especially in college, there are a lot of liberal teachers that are very open-minded, some would say, very liberal. And they don't necessarily believe in Jesus, and they don't believe in Christianity or any of that. And so they're very secular, and they're very focused on what happens on this earth is all there is. And you'll get a lot of different things, and a lot of them will say Christianity is, just another one of those fake beliefs and a fake God and things like that from not only teachers or professors, but also students and faculty and pretty much a lot of people you run into. So that's when you got to make sure your core friendships are the strongest, that you have the right people in place to help you go through it.
Me, in a backpack full of fear, and nowhere to go, no one to help me unpack. I sleep, but I never rest. These lines around my eyes are not wrinkles, they are maps that show you the winding roads that lead to my pain. I'm tired. And I'm longing for the day that I can place my fingers in his nail-pierced hands, because honestly, I've considered quitting, but where will I go? Back? There's no home for the living in the land of the dead, so I keep pressing forward.
And a lot of this reminds me of the Hobson song, Ill Mind 7, where Hobson was questioning. But this is on the other side, right? So these are two diverging paths. You have Hobson, who left, presumably. I don't know exactly where his heart was during that song. And you have Joseph, who is saying, look, I can leave or I can continue to press on with my faith. And he says, I'm going to press on.
Today I have faith, but I can't make any promises about tomorrow. I'm surprised I've held on this long. God, just make me feel like I'm not crazy. God, let me know that I'm not just making friends with these walls. When I pray, I'm not questioning you. I just got questions. Don't leave me here.
That's the big thing. I got questions. I'm not questioning you. Jesus on the cross said, question, my father, why have you forsaken me? It's a question. He wasn't questioning God, but he was questioning.
Don't leave me. My child, when it seems like you have all the right questions, but never enough answers, and your faith is small enough to fit in the cracks of your palms, I told you, faith the size of mustard seeds can rearrange whole landscapes and turn mountains into open highways. Faith comes by my word, so maybe you've cuffed your ears. My child, don't be childish.
Mustard seed's one of the smallest, if not the smallest seed.
But consider the child whose faith has not quite learned the definition of impossible. Have your questions. I'm not telling you to have a blind faith. I'm telling you to consider the blind men who had faith and believed my words before they were even able to see me. Consider the birds that eat from my hand and do not fall from the sky without my consent. So how much more will I love the ones that I died for? Before you doubt me, doubt your doubts.
That is a great line. Before you doubt me, doubt your doubts. That's I gotta hear that again.
Before you doubt me, doubt your doubts. Doubt your doubts, and you will see they are just as empty as the tomb that I walked from. Truth is, you know I'm here. You know my truth, and you're scared. Scared of what that means. Mm-hmm. Scared of what that should cost you. Mm-hmm. That one day they will all laugh you right out of their classrooms and scorn you out of their courtrooms. But my love serves as an eviction notice to anxiety. When they cast stones, my love casts out fear. I am the author and finisher of your faith. I've never started a work that I will not finish. I am the one.
And I'm going to tell you, I've had lots of people in my life who don't believe in God. And I try to set an example. We would have debates, and I would talk to them the way I would talk to anybody, not belittle them, not do anything about that, just talk to them. And did it change their mind? I don't know. I doubt it. But did it plant a mustard seed? Maybe. You gotta make sure you don't belittle people. You gotta and were there times that I was laughed out of the room? Like he said, yeah, there were times I was laughed out of the room. But, it didn't hurt me any because I knew I was standing up for what I believed in and who I believed in. And it made me stronger, It made me stronger in my belief to know that in the Bible it says they will persecute you like they persecuted him. And one day it will all be worth it. One day it will all be worth it.
I am the one who will give you courage to stare death in the face and say, how dare you try to scare me? I know who I belong to. And when it feels like you are drowning, in a sea of your questions, just know I'm there. I'm there. Like when I drowned in the Red Sea of my blood for you, and these hands that took holes will hold you. And when I told you that I would love you forever, I meant it. Don't you see these rings in my hands? See, we are married. For better or for worse. Through sickness and in health, through faith and through questions, till death brings us closer, you are mine. You are mine, and I am yours, I promise.
He is super talented. And again, like NF, this is his testimony. Every time he steps up on the stage, every spoken word he ever does is his testimony. It's what he's been through in life and what he's going through and how he's going through it. And it's his testimony. It's telling people, hey, look, even I, who says I'm a good, strong Christian, I have doubts. I have questions. But it's okay, We don't have to know all the answers right now. We just have to know that God is God and that he's going to be there for us and trust him. And there's not a day that goes by that I can't see myself not trusting him more and more each day, But yeah, I'm going to continue doing spoken words because I love it. Whether or not they get a whole lot of views or anything, I love it. So thank you. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. That's okay. It's not going to hurt me. Or you can give it a thumbs up because it's not going to hurt you. Consider subscribing, please, and follow me on my journey through the spoken word. And as always, until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it from the Bushy Beard.